Hello my friends, in today's rather short umoTalk I want to use the opportunity to ask for your opinion on a topic that might be important to you. And the topic is, should Roland do a much cheaper version of the TR-1000 or not? Now, ever since the TR-1000 came out, I read a lot of complaints about its price tag. The comments right here are just from Roland's Everything You Need to Know video alone. And those are not even all the comments that showed up on that video. And if you look elsewhere, you will find similar comments too. Literally, wherever you look, you will find complaints about the price tag of this machine. And to a certain degree, I can understand why people are so upset about it. Now, in the past years, Roland made a lot of stuff that sits in price regions between 200 to 1000 bucks only. And people got used to that. The TR-8S, for example, which is at least close to the TR-1000 in terms of its concept, it's far below 1000 bucks and already offers quite a lot at that price tag. Now, Roland comes up with some kind of a successor to it, added those analog drums and FX, expanded the capabilities of its sequencer, added sampling and whatnot, and sells that thing for 2700 bucks. Damn. Now that's 2000 more than the current price of a TR-8S, which is around 700 bucks only. Now, considering that many things which have been improved on the TR-1000 were probably requested from TR-8S users in the past already, it must feel like a slap in their face to see that the TR-1000 has all that nifty stuff now, but they are excluded from making use of this because the machine is far outside of their budget and they can't afford it, even if they would sell something to reduce the money they would need to take from their salary. So yeah, I can understand those people and why they are upset. But does that really mean that the TR-1000 is actually overpriced? Or is this just a very subjective point of view? Now I'm honest with you, I don't have a TR-1000. Most likely for the same reason why you don't have it. I just can't afford it. So who am I to judge? But there's a great article about the high price tag of this thing on Music Radar where they discuss that topic in depth. I can highly recommend you to read through this if you're interested. I put the link to that article into the description down below. Now okay, with that out of the way, let's ask ourselves that question again. Should Roland do a much cheaper version of the TR-1000? Something like a TR-1000 LE maybe, or a TR-1000D or something? And what should they remove from the current TR-1000 to make this possible? Now, if you ask me, the answer is quite simple. They should strip away all the analog stuff, maybe also remove those individual outputs here, and that should allow them to cut the price by half, I think, if not more. In the comment section of that Everything You Need to Know video from Roland, I could find a few comments from people asking for this as well. Yeah, sure, some of you might argue that the analog drums are essentially the thing that makes this machine so powerful, since you literally get an 808 plus a 909 in one box. Yeah, with all that nice digital stuff to it. And people were also asking for new analog drums from Roland for like 30 to 40 years now. But see, not everybody needs analog drums today. Even the almighty 808 kick is never used on its own in modern productions. It's always edited a lot and or layered with other stuff to make it fit into contemporary electronic music. And that's probably why Roland allows the TR-1000 users to layer sounds on top of these analog drums on the first 4 tracks of the machine, yeah. Yeah, just a guess actually. But the point is, while the analog drums on the TR-1000 are definitely something for the fans of those classic Roland drum machines out there, those who probably not even need all the additional stuff anyway, that very digital stuff with all the great opportunities for sound design, sequencing and what have you, this is something a lot of people could make great use of. And to be honest, things like the Jomox M Bass 11 or the Vermona DRM1, they also deliver outstanding analog drums at a fraction of the price, and they are even cheaper if you manage to get them used in mint condition. So a pure digital version of the TR-1000 would make a lot of sense in my opinion. And if that thing would be just 1000 bucks or so, you can be sure that it would be an instant buy for me. Okay my friends, I don't want to make this video longer than necessary, so now it's your turn. What do you think? Should Roland make a much cheaper version of the TR-1000? Or should they keep it the way it is and rather do something else instead? Post your opinions in the comments and let's talk a little bit about that, should we? If you find the time, of course. Okay, thanks for watching my friends, and I would say, I see you in my next video. Bye!